Hello everybody, Melanie here. Welcome back to my channel. Did my BPD ex ever truly love me? This is a question that I get asked a lot. This is a question that I was thinking myself with my ex. Because initially when the relationship starts, everything's hunky-dory. Better than that. It's amazing. And if you haven't had admiration, positive mirroring, compliments, being told that you're awesome, being wanted, being needed, being appreciated. If you didn't get this much your life, and then here you have this beautiful person showering you with admiration, love bombing you maybe. And yeah, it's easy to get sucked into believing that they actually love you. If you weren't truly seen before, like if you had a parent who just didn't see you, or a parent who just didn't like what they saw, why can't you be like this? Why can't you be like that? Then when we do have someone who comes into our life and seemingly seems to appreciate us for how we are, they seem to admire us, love us. And often they will tell you quite early on in a BPD relationship that they love you. They want to move things quickly. It's bewildering when you have someone who initially is so into you, and then you think, surely that was love. What happened? But then we got to think, what is love? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. So I start this video singing a bit of Hadaway. Reason why is for my own entertainment. And also Hadaway makes a point, what is love? Don't hurt me, don't hurt me anymore. I've had enough of the pain. Is this love? Is this not representative of a BPD relationship? What's really confusing about going out with someone with BPD is that it seems like it is going so well at the beginning. This person's idealizing me. This person thinks I'm amazing. This person sees me as someone important in their life. And I feel needed. I feel important. I'm like, yes, someone can actually appreciate me for who I am. However, things start to go wrong. And I've already done in previous videos about idealization eventually turning into devaluation, negative smear campaigns. And then you start to think, does this person actually love me like I love them? So let's start by asking the question, what does love mean to you? And do you think that your borderline ex loved you in the same way? Put yourself in their shoes. Someone with a personality disorder has experienced a very hostile and abusive environment growing up, combined with genetics that make them predisposed for developing a personality disorder. How they view the world will be a bit different to yours. It's the nature of BPD. They have a distorted perception of reality. It's borderlining psychosis. It's called borderline personality disorder for a reason. So their perspective on the world is just going to be different from yours. How they've grown up, what love was shown to them, what they think love is more than likely going to be different to what you experience love to be. Love should be unconditional. Love should be learning to trust the other and trusting, because how can you have like a stable relationship if neither person can trust each other? But these are two things that are very hard for someone with BPD to really understand. Their point of view, their outlook on life is not going to match yours. And you can't compete with that. You can't change that. You can't force someone to see the world through your eyes. You really can't. They have fears that if you are to do this, this, and that, then that means that you don't love them. And oftentimes it's illogical. The paranoia and the fear and the suspicions of you moving on and not loving them anymore, and then being ditched by you, being rejected by you, it overtakes trust. This is something that people with BPD very much struggle with. And it's very sad. I feel sad. It's very moving to me when I have people approaching me saying, I did this, I did that. I was trying to prove my best that they can trust me, that they can love me. I'm a lovable person. Why couldn't my BPD ex see that? Why did she or he treat me this way? You're competing and battling against something that you have no control over. This is what it's like for someone with BPD. When they've got full-blown BPD, they're battling against themselves. They're seeking to gain control because they're living in an internal world of chaos. Their life was chaotic, probably still is chaotic. For them, love is feeling safe maybe, and to feel safe is to have life on their own terms and be very controlling. For them, perhaps love is when you do something for them, when you meet their needs. And if you're not meeting their needs, if you're not doing what they want, then they perceive this as you not loving them. And then the fears and suspicions may creep in that, okay, this person's going to reject me. This person hasn't answered the phone. For example, my boyfriend hasn't answered the phone in half an hour. He's at work, but the suspicions get in their head and start to think maybe he doesn't love me anymore. He's found someone else. So what is love for you? What is the love that you dream of? The love that you want in your life? Surely that's unconditional love, is it not? And if you haven't had this before, then this may be something that's driving you. And then you end up with people who don't love you in the way that you love them. Someone who is unable to unconditionally love you. Let me ask you, is this a pattern? Is this something that you grew up with? Do you have a family member who is like this? Because I know what it's like, and so do so many people, to want to still keep looking for that unconditional love that they never received from a parent, looking for that positive mirror that they never got from their parent. And then along comes someone personality disordered, seemingly giving this to you through love bombing, through admiration, and seeing you as important in their life. But thing is, these are codependent people. Now what I mean is, for the person who has BPD, for example, you being the stable, loving person, you become the replacement mother, replacement father. For you, you are giving them what they need. They want it. They want a corrective emotional experience, just like you do. They want to be loved. They want to be told that they're a good person. And if you can relate to this, because it doesn't matter if you have a personality disorder, if you've never got the love that you deserved as a kid, then unconsciously you may still be looking for it. And when we're so desperate for this love, and this can blindside us to people who are also codependent, and yet they will hurt us. They will bring us up and bring us down, bring us up and bring us down. What I do know from my own experience and from what other stories that I've heard is they're so caught up in their own wounding and in their inner chaos. They are so self-absorbed in all their wounding. That's all they've got space for in their head. They don't have space for you and your life and what you need. They're not able to meet your needs. That is the inherent narcissism in them. They only have space for their own needs because they're so desperate to get their needs met. So you will likely get trampled in the way. Both of you just wanting to be loved, and yet it turns into a bit of a shit show. So what is love to you? What kind of love are you looking for? Do you want to be loved as a replacement other father figure? Do you want to be loved because you want to be seen as important? What are your motivations for getting into a relationship? Be clear and be honest with yourself. You know, it's okay to admit that you're still looking for that great love. It's okay to admit that, I'm lonely. It's okay to admit that you've gone for wrong people in the past because you were desperate. It's okay. Sometimes it takes us many failed attempts to realize that, okay, so I need to look within myself and heal myself first. We need to get into a better relationship with ourselves if we want to be loved in the way that we deserve to be loved. I'm a big believer that what happens within happens without. When you work on yourself, come to a more loving relationship with yourself, what happens is that you treasure your time and your mental state, your mental health and your physical health. You respect yourself more. And when people come into the scene who exsanguinate you, I mean, not literally, but energetically drain you, psychically drain you, psychologically, just you feel like your blood's been sucked out, hence the term exsanguinate. I just like saying that word. Is this love? Is this you loving yourself? Are you saying that I want to love this person because through loving them and helping them, then I'm helping myself? Okay, there's nothing wrong with that, but why not find someone who can reciprocate? Because this is the biggest thing. If you want to build personal power, if you come from a background where you've lost your personal power, you have low levels of self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem is all-time low, then self-love is honoring that you need to be around people who are going to reciprocate, people who aren't going to harm you, people who aren't going to let you into their life and you start to connect with them and become really attached to them and then they just drop you. Being with someone dysfunctional and tolerating it for so long, is this love? Is this you truly loving yourself? Be honest with yourself if perhaps maybe you are staying with this dysfunctional person because deep down you want to rescue that part of you from the past. Maybe you see in the eyes of your beloved BPD partner and you see yourself how you were when you were a child and you feel compelled to want to help and love and guide and heal this person, and it's coming from a good place, but it's not working. And it's like the more you try and the more and more and more you try, it's like there seems to be more of a pushback, more resistance. And you think, well, what happened? What did I do wrong? And it's the nature of the personality disorder. This is a cycle that they're stuck in until they get the help that they need, until they start recovering. It was a cycle that they'll keep repeating. So what is self-love for you? How does it look like you loving yourself? For me, self-love is to have people in my life that can reciprocate with their energy. There's a film called The Celestine Prophecies. It's a little bit cheesy, but I quite like it. It's also the book as well. They talk about this concept of when people try to control, you sense it in their energy. And if you're watching my channel, you've probably been out with someone with BPD, or NPD, you'll get this. You'll understand. You can feel when someone's being manipulative. You sense it in your body, can you not? All of us, all humans, have animal instincts. We can pick up on someone's energy. Someone who is controlling versus someone who is giving their energy. Now, two people who are giving their energy to others, this creates a synergy where the whole is greater than the parts. Did I get that right? I think so. The energy created between you two is greater than you two alone. This is the ideal relationship when we are both feeding each other energy. We find it from within ourselves, the force, the inner strength that we don't get from controlling, subjugating, and manipulating others. That is the immature way of trying to feel powerful. True empowerment is finding it from within, finding the energy, the force, the power, the strength from within, from nature, from within you. And then with the person that you care about, you give them that energy, and this person builds up their own energy and gives it to you. That is, for me, the idealized relationship. For me, that is the idealized love. That's the kind of love that I want. That's the kind of love that works for me in a relationship. A relationship which is very one-sided. You doing everything and you making all the effort, trying to please your partner who just is never good enough. Partner who likes to control and manipulate. Who likes to use emotional blackmail when you want to leave, when you're not happy. That's not love. That's control. However, in their eyes, if you try and say to them, like, do you love me? They may say yes, because that's what they know. When someone's been so badly abused and has a personality disorder on top of it, to them it's like well, this is love. This is me loving about you. Or maybe they don't. Maybe they were just using you. I don't know every single situation. But it is a very sad, sad, sad story. So I guess my message behind this video, ask yourself, what is the love that I want? What is the love that I deserve? And how can I start showing this to myself first? All right? What does self-love look like to you? How can you start loving yourself more? For me, it's building better boundaries with people, being more assertive, learning to say no if you have a habit of saying yes all the time, to learn to say no sometimes. Because when you say yes to someone all the time, then you're saying no to yourself if you feel drained. Respect your time, respect your energy, respect your personal space. Value yourself. So these are just my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What do you think about your BPDX? Did he or she love you? What's love to you? What are your favorite ways of loving yourself? That's, appropriate to put on a YouTube comment. All right, well, send me an email if you can resonate, if you are struggling at the moment with coming out of a relationship with someone personality disordered, if you have come out of a relationship and you're just feeling miserable and you need some guidance. I offer both counseling and coaching in this area. Drop me an email. My email's in the description below, or just write it down, melanieprsvp@gmail.com. All right, leave it there for now. Have a lovely day. Bye for now.